I'm Francine Brokaw. Welcome to Beyond the Red Carpet, and it is springtime. You know what that means. That means the annual Food and Wine Festival at Disney California Adventure. I had a chance to check that out. You are going to be amazed at all the concoctions that the chefs there have prepared for this year. Spring is a great time to visit the Disneyland Resort. Take a look. I am at the annual Disney Resort Food and Wine Fest, and a lot of people say, well, I don't drink, so why should I go? Well, because there's food. First of all, there's plenty of food, and if you do drink, there's plenty of great drinks as well, alcoholic beverages. So I have Michelle with me who's going to explain some of these delicious offerings here.
We have a lot of great offerings for this Food and Wine Festival. One of them is this lovely road trip mimosa that was inspired by our cast member, one of our cast members, and it reminded her of her road trips through California with her family. So here you'll see we have the desert represented, the ocean, and the lavender fields of the mountains. And our guests can try it in a flight, so a small portion size, or if they want, they can just get a full size of the one that's their favorite.
Okay, so the order together, how big of a product?
It is a 4-ounce pour.
4 ounce pour. Okay, well let's try the desert first of all. Here we go.
Cheers.
I'm going on a desert trip. Okay, let's get back to some food first.
Okay.
Cheese. Cheese is really big here in California.
Cheese and charcuterie boards are very big in California, and so we wanted to represent the cheese and how it pairs well with the wines in our marketplace. So here we have a variety of cheeses that our guests have the opportunity to try. Some of it's blue cheese, we have Montego cheese, and then all of the wines in the marketplace pair well with the cheese plate, so the guests don't have to figure out what pairs well. We've done it all for them.
It takes the guesswork out of it. You just go and you order what you want, and they mix it to match perfectly. Okay, and one other thing I'm noticing here is this Impossible slider. Impossible, but it's beef. It tastes like beef, and it's coming everywhere. All the fast foods, every place is getting them because people are looking to eat better, not have the cholesterol, the fat of meat, and so you guys are really good at adding the Impossible into your menus.
Yeah, plant-based is really big right now, and this was our #1 selling item last Food and Wine, the Impossible Burger. And Impossible's one of our biggest sponsors, and so we actually added more items, such as the cheeseburger mac and cheese, which is made with Impossible, which is down below.
That looks delicious. That is one thing I am definitely trying before I leave here today. But I do see something next to that I tried last night. It's the Oikos yogurt pudding. And that was my dessert last night. And what is in there? Because it was so delicious.
Yeah, so it's a nice light sponge cake made with Oikos pudding with fresh berries on top. It's very light, refreshing, especially with California. It gets a little warm, so you can have it as a nice kind of end of your meal.
It was a perfect ending. I mean, it's just tops out. It's not super sweet. It's not super tart. It's just perfect. It's a perfect ending. And okay, what else do we have here? Because I can't see on everything.
So the other piece I would love to highlight is our macaron. It's a nice chocolate, and there's little pieces of Snickers inside.
Okay, and that's for me.
Yes, those chocolate lovers really enjoy it, and the kids, it's kid friendly. They see Mickey, anything with Mickey, our guests gravitate towards. So this is going to be a big hit.
Oh man, who doesn't like chocolate?
I know.
You have to have some chocolate. Okay, so now I'm going to try the ocean. I tried the desert, now I'm going to try the ocean. Cheers. I taste coconut in there.
Yes, there is coconut in there. It's very light, it's refreshing, and you close your eyes and you're at the beach.
Okay, so I went to the mountains, to the beach, the desert, the beach, and now the mountains.
The lavender fields.
Lavender fields. What is in here?
So that is our Shandong, and then it has a nice lavender syrup, light lavender syrup.
And it smells like lavender. It smells like a flower field. What's your favorite?
I really love the ocean.
I do too. I think the coconut in here is so unique for a mimosa.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna make some more.
And
That is so good. Okay, and those something down, are they spicy?
Yeah, those are our Michelada flights. So we have some Micheladas and we kind of did a twist on it. It has green salsa and red salsa as the bases and a chamoy for the red. So we wanted to kind of do a spin on your normal Michelada.
Okay.
So it's got a little bit of a sweet, a little bit of a spicy. It's really good.
And speaking of spicy, last night I got to preview some of these items, and I tried the caliente pasta.
Yes.
That is so spicy. I gotta tell you, I have to tell people, if you don't like spice, don't get it. But if you do like it, you'll love it. The taste is delicious. But I was just, my lips were burning. I was sweating. It was so good. But I just couldn't stop eating.
Yeah.
But it was so hot.
Yeah, and you know, we call that marketplace peppers caliente for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
The items in there, they're gonna have a little bit of a spice, a little bit of a kick.
A big kick.
A big kick, but still
But it's
so
good.
delicious.
So good.
Yeah.
I was thinking, should I stop? Am I going to get sick? My lips were burning, but the taste was just so good. I couldn't stop.
Yeah, and we have a lovely spicy paloma in there.
Oh, yes.
As well. So, I mean, if you don't like a lot of spice, we don't recommend the two items together. But if you do, they do pair very well nicely.
Well, you guys take care of everything, so you know the pairings are here. And if you do like mimosas, I would definitely try the trio. You get a little 4 ounce of each one, then you can figure out which one you like the best. I don't know. These two, I think, are my favorite.
They are good. They're all good, but yes.
But yeah, this one it smells so good. So I'm gonna go back to the desert a little bit and say cheers, and I will see you in just a little bit. I am here with, I have said it before, you're my best friend, Chef Scott, because he and his group have developed some of the most amazing food that you can ever try. I mean, Disneyland goes out of their way, and at the Food and Wine Festival, I gotta say, you guys, I didn't think after last year that you could outdo yourself, but after last night testing a few of these things, you have.
Peek. Oh, absolutely.
Oh boy, you have outdone everything. So let's go through some of the items.
Absolutely. Well, and that's what we get so excited about is we set the tone one year, and now we've got to elevate it the next. There are some returning items. We have the sliders came back. The Beyond, actually the Impossible Burger came back for that one. We have.
Did it have avocado last year?
I think we may have dressed it up a little more with the avocado.
You didn't have the avocado last year.
And then the other one was our pepperoni pizza egg rolls.
Oh.
Because they were just really good. So those all found their way back. But one of the ones we're focusing on more this season than last season too is plant-based.
Yes.
We're looking at opportunities that our guests that we're looking for a healthier choice. Whether they're vegan or not, they're just looking for a healthier option, that we're having those offerings for them. And this one is vegetarian. So what this is a pressed watermelon. So we're trying to play the feel with tuna. So it's like it would be a tuna steak drizzled with lemon olive oil. Then it has whipped ricotta cheese, and then the tomatoes, a little bit of oil on that, a little bit of greens, and just really light, refreshing. This is a Pokey Bowl.
Wait a minute.
Let's go back.
You're blowing my mind with that, because that does look like a tuna.
But you look at it, and you can even see, but it's all watermelon.
That is amazing.
And the colors are fun, and the presentation's really nice, but the flavor is really what we wanted to excel at. I mean, the fact that it looks pretty is great, but once you take a bite of it, it's a different experience.
It looks fabulous. Okay.
For sure. And then we have our Pokey Bowl. It's the same concept that typically that would be fish. But again, we're playing with the textures of the watermelon that lends itself similar. This one, it's just the seasoning in the watermelon takes your mind to, oh, this is delicious. And we're not trying to fool anybody.
No.
But it's giving you that experience that you may have been used to at one point, and you've made a lifestyle decision to change that. This is great. It's a wonderful opportunity. And again, we don't want to just do something that looks like something else, but we want to have the flavors that make sense for our guests.
Well, and the Food and Wine Festival gives everybody a chance to experiment with other items, things that they wouldn't find other places. And I mean, these are only around for a certain amount of time, till April 12th, I think.
21st.
April 21st.
Yep.
So it's definitely important to come here right away and try these, because these are unique and delicious.
Well, and what's fun about coming to Disney when you do a Food and Wine Festival is what that expectation is. Everybody knows Disney's going to be telling a story, and they're going to take you on a journey, and that's really what we're trying to do with our marketplace. And when the guests come in, we even give them a food guide to figure out what they want to do, so that they can travel and then create their own story for the time that they're here.
Right, right.
Now, go ahead, please. I was going to jump right in.
Jump into that one.
Sure. So we have chicken wings. So these are Asian inspired. Definitely not vegetarian or vegan, but we're looking at, these are fried, so they have that texture, really light, airy texture to them. It's got a little heat to it. Again, easy to manage. Most of the food out here we're trying to do so you can walk and eat at the same time. You don't need to sit down. You're not trying to, how am I going to carry a tray of food?
Right.
Enough that it's substantial. You got the flavor, but you may want to get another one because that was really good.
Well, it's important to eat and walk because there's so many things to do here in the park that you don't want to just not waste your time, but sit down. You want to experience all the different kinds of foods and flavors. So you want to go from one kiosk to another.
Well, and the fun part about that a lot of the guests don't realize is that you can, if you plan your journey, you can buy all the things from every kiosk at one stop, and then you just have your stack of receipts and you go pick up your food. You don't have to wait in any more lines at the kiosk. You're just going up and getting your food.
They started that a couple of years ago, and that really, really is a time saver.
And a lot of our guests have found that's the way to do it.
Yes.
And then they're not in a rush. Oh, that line's too long. I'm not going to get it today. Well, maybe they found a shorter line and they bought the longer line stuff and they just get in front.
Yeah, well, and you can buy it in advance.
Absolutely.
And not get it until a couple hours later.
You can get it anytime during that visit.
Right.
As long as the marketplace is open, you can go anytime while you're here, which would be great. We have charcuterie, so we have cheese. It's a big fancy word.
Yes.
But it's a cheese plate. And again, it's just enough. So let's say someone got a nice glass of wine, they had their cheese plate. Now it's watching the sunset. It's a really more the ambiance of that storytelling. Of course, we have lots of desserts, chocolate macaroons.
Okay, yes, that chocolate is always top of my list.
It's great. We have there's a lot of chocolate. It's glistening in the sun today in our Southern California weather.
Yes.
It's beautiful. A couple salmon dishes. This berry, again, is a fabulous vegetarian option. Really light, but because of the sauce they're using for it, it lends itself almost similar to a tres leches feel, that wet cake. And it's just, the berries are in season, they're beautiful. The color's amazing. Everybody can take a picture and send it to everybody. Look what I'm eating.
I ate that last night and it really was good.
For sure. Now this one is one of the showcase pieces. One of our chefs had this inspiration of brunch. He loves brunch. And we're like, how are we going to do brunch at a marketplace?
Yes.
So what they did is we did a brunch chicken and waffles. So for this brunch chicken and waffles, it has the waffle, which will be our vessel, what we're going to hold it in, fried chicken, and then not just your typical coleslaw, but we took a champagne vinaigrette, and so it has that really light feel to the coleslaw, and then these pearls on top are actually orange juice infused.
Oh,
so there's orange juice in each one, and then a little bit of chives on top just for color. So I know you weren't going to be able to eat the chicken today.
No, but I am going to try.
Everything else, and even before you get the coleslaw, see if you can get one of those orange juice by itself.
Just by itself? It's orange juice.
It's orange juice in a little ball. It's great.
It's orange juice.
But now please try the rest. And our feel is we're trying to get the vision of a mimosa. So that you get that really light acid with the orange juice.
And it's non-alcoholic, so everybody can drink it.
And the kids can have it. It's not like we're sneaking it in there. It's just the champagne vinegar gives us that chance to get that feel versus a regular potent vinegar, which is great. Our guests also look at this and they go, how in the world am I going to manage all of that? That's when the Sip and Savor comes in.
Those are worthwhile. Definitely. I highly recommend the Sip and Savor.
And the Sip and Savor, they go, well, what's it good for? Well, it even attaches your menus on the back. The things you can go and redeem with your Sip and Savor. Now, this is not good for alcohol.
No.
This is anything that's non-alcoholic, so food and everything else, but you get 8 opportunities, amenities on this. And the same thing, if you go to one kiosk, you can say, oh, I want these 8 things, even though they're not all there. They'll take all of them and you're ready to go for the rest of your trip.
And that's great because you don't have to keep opening your wallet wherever you go and you decide, oh, I think I want to try one of these.
And look how nice that looks. It looks great.
I don't have all those tabs left on mine. Mine's are
well, yours is a little more used. It's okay. You've been exploring.
I have.
Creating your story.
I mean, I swear this year you have outdone it.
Thank you.
And I said that last year, but I couldn't believe the things artichoke toast.
Yes.
I'm big into avocado toast.
Sure.
Artichoke toast.
It's a
beats
different feel. Correct.
Avocado toast.
Well, the savory, the flavor to it is deeper than what avocado is, and it really does lend itself. And then what we found also is families. Families can come to Food and Wine.
Yes.
A lot of food and wines, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
No.
You're in Disney. So when you come here, we have Chef Goofy. He's doing demos with the kids, demonstrations. If you check on Disneyland.com or the Disneyland app, it'll tell you the times of that. You can go check in. Possibly you're going to be with Goofy building things. If not, you're able to see what's going on, complimentary coming into the resort. Also, we have professional chefs, celebrity chefs coming in and doing demos, also included.
And adults especially will enjoy the celebrity chefs coming in.
For sure, and kids these days with the amount of YouTube and TV, Food Network,
all those food shows.
They're so inspired to want to be involved with food. This is a great chance.
You might have some new competition.
Hey, I'm okay with it. Bring it. I'd love that. Those are my next chefs coming in. So if we start training them now, it just gets them excited to be in the field.
Well, that's great. I can't believe all the things that you have come up with this year. How far in advance do you start thinking about the Food and Wine Fest?
Well, the team's already working ahead.
Next year.
They don't get to let's catch our breath. No, they're already thinking, we have more events coming up. This one did really well. Let's find out, let's hold on to that. What's the next thing we want to show? And looking at the trends and things going on within the state, but saying, what does California offer that we can showcase here at our Food and Wine Festival?
Okay. And one other thing, besides the alcoholic beverages, you have plenty of non-alcoholic beverages.
Absolutely.
That can go along with
So the guests go, what? But we can't get alcohol. Well, there's agua fresca, there's a lot of juices, definitely inspired by regions of California that we want to pull from those areas and say, just because you're not having alcohol doesn't mean you can't have a really great beverage here at the Food and Wine Festival.
I tried the farm stand punch last night, and I can't remember what's in it, but it was delicious.
And that's really what, it's not Kool-Aid.
No.
We don't want anybody to feel that we just mix something up and here you go. There's a lot of effort and thought that went into that to make it really as great as it can be.
Very good. And I only have a tab left, so I gotta go figure out what I want to do.
Well, we might know some people that could help with that, but that's all right.
Okay.
And your thoughts on our coleslaw and the orange?
I love it, and I love the orange juice.
Fantastic.
There's orange juice in here. Can you believe it?
It's a lot of fun. See, we get to play all day. I know. I'm eating my beverage. It's great.
I'm eating my breakfast here. This is so
Sounds
cool.
Great. Well,
I appreciate
you so
it.
much.
Well, thank you, Chef Scott, and
My
I look
pleasure.
forward to next time when you come up with even more amazing products, which I know you will.
Can't wait to show them off.
Okay.
Thank
well,
you for being
definitely
here.
come to the Food and Wine Festival at Disney California Adventure now through April
21st.
21st, and you are in for a big treat. Trust me. I'm here at the Coco Float, which is really amazing because it goes from the land of the living to the land of the dead, just as in the movie. And you can see this is where Miguel, actually the performer, stands and plays his guitar, wows the crowd. Then we go and we see Dante. Come on, Dante. He's going to come up and he's going to go from the land of the living to the land of the dead. There he goes. We have the land of the dead on this side. And then all the way around the back, every part of this is decorated with beautiful colors, beautiful colors. It's just amazing. On the back we have chihuahuas. There are 12 chihuahuas up there. Actually, they are in the land of the dead, so you can see them as skeletons, but they have wowed the crowds when the float goes by. They are just really fun to watch. So here you have the wonderful Coco Float. Filled with colors, filled with everything from the movie, and it just makes you want to jump into the movie. Actually, it is the movie in itself, basically. So now we're going to talk with Sarah, because besides the float, we have performers performing all around.
We do. In front of this beautiful float, we have dancers that represent the marigold petals that are falling off the bridge, and they're twisting and turning and fluttering around.
And oh my gosh, look at those costumes. They are so bright and colorful. I want one of those skirts for myself. They are really beautiful. You're in charge of the choreography.
I am in charge of the choreography. Every day in our parade, we have over 90 performers, so that's a lot of people. But the dancers are amazing. They're hardworking and beautiful, as you can see.
And the colors match the float, so it's really fun. And it's really, I mean, this is so upbeat.
Yes.
You can't, I mean, even though there's the land of the dead, this is so happy. This is a happy float.
It's a fun celebration with Miguel leading it. It's a street party.
Right.
As you can see, they have these lovely skirts that come off and become capes, and they can twirl them around.
Oh boy, I want one of those skirts to wear.
I do too.
I really do. Okay, so how long did it take you to actually do the whole choreography for this?
Well, we've been working for months and months, but overall, the team's been working for over 2.5 years on this.
2.5 years.
Yes.
That is a long time, but you got it right. And you enjoyed dancing. This is fun. You must get tired by the end of the, how long is the parade route?
The parade runs from like 35 to 40 minutes, or about a little bit shorter sometimes.
And they're dancing the whole time.
They are dancing the whole time.
They are dancing the whole time. And I'm sure they're going to inspire a lot of people out there to want to be dancers, especially here at Disney.
Oh, yes. We're so lucky to perform for so many people every day. And this is such a great opportunity. This parade is fun, it's contemporary, it's fashion forward, it's a little bit whimsy and Disney magic everywhere.
Disney magic to the hilt. And colors, oh my gosh, I can't tell you, the colors are just amazing on in this parade. It's wonderful. So let's let the dancers do their thing and watch them.
All right.
Okay. She did. But this is amazing and something that I think is going to be a lasting, iconic parade here.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for coming to visit us.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for all this and all your hard work. And it's beautiful, spectacular. Now we're going to look at the Mallanna Float, which was a big hit when they premiered the parade yesterday. With me here is Scott, one of the people responsible for all the beautiful floats in this new parade. Welcome, Scott.
Hi, thank you. And welcome to Disneyland. It's a beautiful day.
I love it here.
And we're so excited to be opening our Magic Happens parade.
This is the first new daytime show in how many, 7 years?
I think it's been, I think a new daytime parade, I think it's been about 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And this is really amazing. It's really amazing. So tell me, how did you design all the concepts for each float?
Well, the basic process and goal for our designing this parade for Magic Happens was to, we wanted to capture the beautiful art direction from the films, but do it in a unique way. Because most of the people who see our parades have seen the movies before. Yeah. So we don't want to exactly replicate exactly what was in the film. We want to do something a little bit different and unusual and maybe a little unique so that the audience has a fresh new experience.
Well, these floats are definitely unique. And I know there is a new technology that you guys came up with the Disney magic.
Yeah.
It's the LED.
Well, for this particular float, our Mallanna Float, the ocean is very important in the film. It's a character and there's a great relationship and connection between Moana and the ocean. So what we wanted to do was to create a float that somehow represented this ocean. And so we did a very beautiful sculptural, artistic koa wood version of the waves, and then within that are portals where we actually see underwater and we see fish go by and some of the characters, and of course there's some technology behind that with using daytime LED screens, but the fact that we have a huge curved back panel was something that was a little bit tricky to do.
That's amazing. I mean, this is a float that is not just a stationary float. There's things going on within the float, as in the Coco Float, and with the other ones, there are little intricate things going on that you have to.
Well, I'm glad you said that. So I hope people come over and over to see our parade.
That's what I mean.
There's so many beautiful details in the parade, and that was a goal too, to really make it so interesting and to put so many things into it that you could come over and over and see the parade and always catch something different.
Right, there's so many things to see in each, and that's the full-scale replica of Moana's canoe.
Right, we wanted to make the canoe that Moana is on very realistic, very real, so that she had a really powerful presence.
Yes.
So she's at the front of the float, at the front of her canoe, and it's just this really dynamic, beautiful sculpture. And like you said, movement, you know, we get the movement in the screens, but also just the sculptural form of the whole float.
Right.
And with all the, you know, the Polynesian, Pacific Island,
You feel like you're in the South Pacific.
Carvings in it and everything is just really beautiful.
But following the Mallanna Float is the Maui Float.
Yeah, there's also, we sort of made the whole Moana section pretty big. There is a Maui Float, and actually these are the first times we've had Moana and Maui in a parade here at Disneyland.
So you've got the whole Moana, all the Moana, there's Pua's on the Moana, on the
Pua
Maui
is
Float.
on the Maui Float, and then we also have the Kakamora dancers. So we brought in those Kakamora characters in a fun way with those dancers, and then we also have Hey Hey.
Hey Hey is so much fun to
He's super
watch.
cute. Yeah.
He's his own little float, and he's remote controlled, so he just spins around and goes around and visits the people on the route. Yeah. And he is so much fun.
There's a lot of energy in this whole piece.
Yes, and you feel like you're in the movie, basically.
Yeah. And what we should do, we actually have some dancers. We have some of the ocean dancers, and we have some of the Kakamora dancers, and we can watch them do a number.
Okay, well, yeah, and the ocean dancers come before the float, and the Kakamora dancers come after.
Come after the float. Yeah.
Okay, well,
We want to take a look. Is that fun?
That was
They're so great. Yeah.
That's great.
There's so many wonderful performers and dancers and characters in the parade. It's really going to be
It's so
fun
much
for our
fun,
guests.
and the colors correspond to the float.
Yes, of course.
And everything is all together, and it's just adorable. Yeah. This is so much fun. I love the Moana section, and I'm sure all the visitors to the park will enjoy it too. I can't get over the LED. Seriously, that's Disney magic at its best.
When we were thinking about it, some people thought we were crazy. We put it in the renderings, in the early designs. They were like, well, why can't we do it? And we figured out a way to do it. And there it is.
Disney magic. That's all
it is. Magic happens. It happens all the time here, every day, and it's real.
Yes.
So
we're going to leave you with a little demonstration more of the dancers, and I'll meet you over at Food and Wine.
All right. Thank you.
So as you can see, there's plenty of things happening at the Disneyland Resort for the spring. First of all, the Food and Wine Festival at Disney California Adventure and the brand new Magic Happens Parade at Disneyland Park. So enjoy the springtime, enjoy the food, enjoy the wine, enjoy the parade. And I'll see you next time when we take another look beyond the red carpet.